Welcome to Flip Lesson 43 for the 5th grade. Today we're going to look at using mixed numbers and different types of word problems, whether it's dividing to get a mixed number or comparing whole numbers and mixed numbers and fractions to solve for an answer. So we'll start by looking at our first example. Example 1 says the local cake shop sent 15 cakes to each of the rooms at school. If the staff decide to split the cakes into equal amounts in our various classes, how much cake will each class get? Right? So we have a total of 15 cakes, and we want to divide it into 8 classes. So we look at this, 8 goes into 15 one time, subtract, and get a remainder of 7. Now, we can't write remainder of 7 because we want to equally split up these cakes into a nice classroom. So we're going to change this into a mixed number. Right? We're dividing by 8. So we want to put 8 as our denominator. And then, of course, our remainder comes up here for our numerator. So 1 and 7 eighths. Our final answer would be 1 and 7 eighths cakes per class. We have our first. Let's try another one. It says the recipe calls for 9 cups of sugar to make 4 batches of cookies. If Rhonda only wants to make 1 batch of cookies, how much sugar should she add? So the picture we have here is that we have 9 cups of sugar, and that is split up between 4 batches. So if we divide 9 by 4, that's actually going to give us the information for 1. That's going to tell us how much there is in 1. Because it's going to tell us how much is in each of these batches. So 4 goes into 9 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And we subtract and get a 1 left over. Once again, we don't want a remainder. We want a mixed number. Right? Divided by 4. So that becomes our denominator. And of course, the remainder goes up here. So 2 and 1/4 cups of sugar. A little better, cups of sugar. And that's going to be for 1 batch. 2 and 1/4 cups of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. There's going to be some sweet cookies. Let's try a different one. It says a whole circle is 100% of a circle. The circle is divided into 8 parts. What percentage of the circle is each 8? And so in this case, now we're going to take 100% and we want to divide that into 8 parts, right? And that's going to make 8. And so we're going to go 8 into 100. 8 goes into 1, 0 times 8 goes into 10. 1 times 1 times 8 is 8. And we can do our subtraction. Bring down our 0. 8 goes into 20. Go in 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. And we get 4 left over. And so since we're dividing by 8, put our 8 down there, and then of course we bring this up here, 4 over 8. Now as we look at that fraction of 4 over 8, we gotta say, wait a minute, that is not in the lowest terms. That can be reduced because 4/8 is equal to 1/2. And so in the end, our answer is 12.5%. So we have some division that gives us some mixed numbers. We can also look at looking at whole numbers and fractions and how we're going to put those things together in addition and subtraction. So it says that Jerry had 3 slices of pizza and half of his sister's, right? Little sister, 1 slice of pizza. How much total pizza did Jerry eat? So we know he had 3 whole slices and he had an additional half slice, finishing up with little sister's pizza. So the question would be, how much pizza did you have in total? We would add the parts, right? Now, right here, there is no fraction, right? And it's treating it just as if it was a 0, right? 0 plus a half is going to be a half. And then 3 plus, right? There's no whole number here. So we'll just go straight down. And we've worked with that. So it's going to be 3.5 slices pizza. So we have that idea. Let's look at another one. It says if Jay spent 3 hours decorating cookies and then 2.5 hours setting up the Christmas tree, how long did Jay spend working on Christmas preparations? Right? So as we look at this problem, we have our first idea of 3 hours, and then we're going to add that to get a total of 2 more hours plus another half an hour. Right? As we look at that idea, we can say, okay, half is going to come down like that. 3 plus 2 is 5. And so in the end, Jay spent 5.5 hours working on Christmas preparation. One more example, just so we can see all sides of this. Alright, let's do a subtraction one. It says Mustafa went shopping for red beans for his mom's famous red bean soup. He bought a 4 1/3 pound bag. The recipe only calls for 3 pounds of beans. How much red beans does he still have left? Right? So, we start with our larger amount. Subtraction, we get 4 1/3 pound bag. And we're going to subtract 3 of those pounds to get a total answer. So here, where it's 1/3 minus, and right here there's nothing, so it's just like 1/3 minus 0. Of course, it's going to be 1/3. And now we're going to take our whole numbers, 4 minus 3, which is going to give us 1. And so our answer in the end is 1 1/3 pounds of red beans are still left. And so we have this. Look at this. Okay, then I will leave you with this sample problem. We can work through this process of using mixed numbers in the different types of problems, whether it's addition, subtraction, or getting an answer for division. That is lesson number 40.